This is an Evergreen Media Network production. And now, it's time to put you on the spot with EGM.
Hi, welcome to On the Spot with EGM. I'm Jesse Krisky, and today we've got a great one. We've got the cast of Jersey Boys at Riverside Theater, and joining us today, Megan Elyse Fulmer. Hi, Megan.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. And Brian Golub.
How you doing?
Hey, all right.
That's my best Jersey.
All right. So everybody in town is excited for Jersey Boys playing January 2nd through the 28th. And so, Megan Elyse Fulmer, you play Mary Delgado. Brian Golub plays Bob Crew. All right, so let's talk about you first. So, the ladies first. So, Megan.
Oh, you meant, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So, Megan, you have been, appeared nationally in Shrek the Musical, Straight Out of Oz. You've been in TV, Law and Order SVU, and Behind the Curtain. All right, so tell us, how did you get started in theater?
So when I was younger, it was one of those stories of I was dancing around the house, singing around the house, and I was very attached to my mom. She wanted me to get comfortable with other people. So when I was 2, she put me in dance classes, but I didn't like being away from her. So then she put me back into classes a year later, a little older. A couple months in, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And my mom's like, well, we pay for the costume. You're doing it. You're doing the recital at least. So I did the recital. I was on stage. I was like, oh, I want to do this again. And so from there, it just kind of stuck. I did some pageants, modeling, stuck with dancing, singing, acting. By the time I was 13, kind of knew like I wanted to go into musical theater because it satisfied all of my artistic needs. I did a lot of different things. And then auditioned for colleges, went to Montclair State University, North Jersey. Speaking of Jersey Boys.
All right, yeah, that fits in, yeah.
They let me take a year off to go on tour with Shrek, so I did Shrek University my junior year, is what I say. And I worked summer, fall, winter, spring to graduate on time, so that's kind of how it all started.
That's awesome. And you've been in Vero Beach before, right?
Yes, I have. The first time I did a chorus line professionally was here at Riverside Theater. I was one of the cut dancers, and I understudied Maggie, Val, Christine, and Judy.
Very cool, very cool. All right. And Brian,
hey.
You also have a distinguished career. You've been to Vero Beach before. You were here for Full Monty.
I was.
Yeah. And you've been in national tours of School of Rock, Jesus Christ Superstar. You've been in film, When in Rome. You've even been nominated for a Grammy for Hair. Hey. So how did you get your start?
My family's, my dad was an actor and a singer. My mom was in music. My sisters were all musical. So I think I just, I'm looking at the microphone instead of the camera. I started doing musicals and just ever since elementary school, started doing it. I'm a bit of a ham, so I like the spotlight. And I just started doing it all the way through school. Started doing professional theater when I was 8 or 9. And there was a petition in elementary school. If they're listening, Jeff Cox, he's listening. He wrote, Brian Golub is Mrs. Stroshine's teacher's pet. Mrs. Stroshine was our music teacher. And from that point on, it kept me going because I was like, oh, yeah, watch this. And I became a musical theater. No joke. He'll kill me for that, but he remembers it. And anyways, I did theater. I moved to New York 25 years ago. I've been there working and doing film and TV and Broadway and off-Broadway and national tours, international tours, a ton of stuff. And I worked here, and I took my clothes off here in 2012 in Full Monty, but they are fully on in this show. Don't worry.
They stay on.
They stay on.
For Jersey Boys.
Yes.
All right, great. So moving on to Jersey Boys. It is playing January 2nd through the 28th at Riverside Theater. Tell us about Jersey Boys. What's this all about?
Megan?
Oh, well, it's about Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons and how they got their start, how the group was formed, and it's really nice to see all the different perspectives, too. If you know the script itself, they actually take you through 4 seasons, fall, summer, winter, spring, and each guy takes a chance narrating. So the beauty of the show is these are all things that actually happened. The timelines are a little skewed in the show, but as far as what's actually happened in the show, that's real life. And I think what I appreciate and why I think it's the best jukebox musical written is because it's so grounded in reality. You are getting what these people actually experienced coming up into fame. so it's more relatable, and of course it's all the music you love of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. So with such a great score and such beautiful music, with the reality of how these people got their start and the relatability, it's a great time.
Can I add something? I think the coolest part about this show versus other jukebox musicals, we'll say, is like Mamma Mia and some of these other shows, which are also fun and great shows, take the songs and they try to make them part of the scene work and like move the story along, and they dramatize the songs. Where this show has mostly, you'll get the songs that are like, you'll get the concert version of that. Or so you'll feel like you're watching the Four Seasons in concert, or you'll see them rehearsing it. There's a few times where it dramatizes the song, and it's really awesome. It works really well when that song fits in the storyline.
Right.
But this show is such a cool way of like, you feel like you're at a concert and you're getting a little of the backstage stuff to be like, oh my gosh, this is how we created this song. We hear that, and then it turns into a concert. So coming to see the show is so fun as an audience member, and you know all the songs, but please don't sing along. That's our job.
No, that's so true. You get the why rather than let me try to make this song fit a false narrative.
Yeah.
I think all of us watch documentaries. Like I watched Quincy, for instance, on Netflix, and learning why the song was created or how it was created. That's like the fascinating part, because you're already in love with it, and then to know the history behind it, you're like, that's how that was written. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you're right. You get the why.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And these are songs that everybody knows. Every generation can just have a blast with this.
Yeah.
Jersey Boys. I mean, and it's awesome. And Megan, you actually have a kind of a personal connection to Mary Delgado, right? The lady you're playing.
Like I said, I went to Montclair State University, and her granddaughter, Olivia Valli, Frankie Valli's granddaughter, was a year younger than me. And we wound up becoming friends, and especially like by my senior year, we spent a lot of time together, and I had gone with her and her mom and dad to their beach house and spent time with them. Tony is the last living child of Mary and Frankie's marriage. And actually, Olivia's dad was one of the members of the Four Seasons. He was a drummer for a period of time, and Frankie actually didn't want Tony and Gary to get together. But they did, and they got married, and they had my friend Olivia and Dario. And so, when I found out I was doing this role, I reached out to Tony and was like, I am playing your mom, and I really want to do your family justice. And she gave me some tidbits about Mary and why she was the way she was. And it's fascinating. It's beautiful. And I think that's the other connection as to why I love this show so much, is because, I know these real people. And,
so cool.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, yeah. So Jersey Boys playing Riverside Theater, January 2nd through the 28th. All the songs you know and love. What are some of the songs that we can expect to enjoy at Jersey Boys?
Big Girls Don't Cry, Sherry, Dawn, Ragdoll, Walk Like a Man, Silhouettes, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, My Eyes Adore You.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, there's 31 songs, 31 to 32. And the cool thing is that you get snippets of it. You don't get all the songs all the time. There are a couple times when you do, but it's just song after song. There's underscore. It's 31 songs, but they wrote so many cool songs that you're like, wait, they did that song too, or they sang a cover of that song or whatever. It's such a cool show, and you're gonna know every single song in it.
That sounds brilliant. I can't wait to see it. Jersey Boys, January 2nd through the 28th at Riverside Theater. And people can get their tickets online, right?
Yeah.
Just go online, riversidetheater.com. There's the website. And there's the website for Jersey Boys. That's Riverside Theater, TheaTre, as they spell it in Britain, right? That's for the live theater.
Yeah, sure.
Riversidetheater.com/Jersey-Boys, and that'll tell you all about it. All right, Megan, Elyse, Fulmer, what is next for you after Jersey Boys wraps up?
I have some short films that are in the works, so I'll be doing that. There's also a short film that has already come out that's been in the festival circuit, so going to some festivals. And then a new play that I've been kind of a part of, the workshops and such. I actually had a reading for it virtually Monday, so the hope is that it'll continue on and have another workshop of the new script in June. So hopefully all of that comes into fruition.
All right, very good. Brian Golub, what's next for you?
Beep, 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 beep. Unemployment. Yeah. Oh, look at my website. Oh my God,
There
my
you go.
face. This is so funny. Yeah, that's when I was a bit younger.
You're kind of a ham, yeah?
Yeah. I back to auditioning and unemployment and trying to get another job. The interesting part about acting and being in this career is while we have a job, we're looking for the next job always. So even
Yeah.
people here have auditions while they're here. So sometimes you don't know. I've been fortunate enough. I've been working from 4 shows in a row from April till the end of this show, so I've had a good year. But after this, we'll see what comes our way. I'm available if anyone's hiring me.
All right. Go to briangolub.com for Brian Golub. And for Megan, she's at MEG_FULMS. All right. And also your own website, Megan. That's MeganElyseFulmer.com. All right. Very good. Jersey Boys is playing Riverside Theater January 2nd through the 28th. Get your tickets at riversidetheater.com. All right. Is there anything else we need to discuss before we take off here? And go get our tickets.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's a good time. Come see the show.
It's going to be a good time. Everybody's going to have a blast. RiversideTheater.com, January 2nd through the 28th. We want to thank you guys for coming. Megan Elyse Fulmer, Brian Golub, thank you for joining us today on the Spot.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is the Evergreen Media Network. Until next time, take care.